Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Yo, 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 I see you. I see you. About to come in a second. Coming in a second. Give me 1 second, my guy. Get this party cracking. Boom. That should do it. Turn the sound off. And we about to get it cracking. About to get it cracking. Get this mic down just a little bit. We are ready to go. Hit it. Hey, look who's back. Look who's back, man. I know I missed y'all on Friday, man, and that is my fault. Welcome back to Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati, where I bring you that good old blurred entertainment, news, comics, movies, TVs, pop culture. You know how we do, man. Welcome to the house. All right. So, like I said, y'all missed me on Friday, man. That is totally my fault. Was having technical difficulties with the computer. I should have put the notification out and let y'all know that I will not be streaming, that I was not going to be streaming that Friday. But you know what I'm saying? I am back now. Hopefully I didn't get on anybody's nerves and didn't let anybody down. But we are here and we are rocking, right? That's what we're doing, right? We here and we are rocking. So let's hop right on into it, man. I got some news. But I do want to get into this Falcon and Winter this Falcon and Winter Soldier and get into this Zack Snyder stuff, this Justice League stuff. But I want to knock out these quick little news bits real quick, like. So that's what I'm gonna do. That is what we're gonna do around this joint, right? That's what we're gonna do. So hopping right on into it, man. How many of y'all share Netflix accounts, which is significant, well, not a significant other, but family members, homeboys, homegirls, in-laws, stuff like that? Well, I'm gonna just let you know right now, Netflix ain't playing that no more. You see what I'm saying? They are cracking down on sharing of the passwords. So Netflix is cracking down on sharing of the passwords. They don't want you out here giving all that, you know what I'm saying? Basically, and it's crazy because as I'm reading about this, I'm reading comments, I'm on Twitter, people getting mad at Netflix, like, why are you doing that? How you gonna get mad at me from stopping you from stealing my shit, right? How you gonna get mad at me? That's crazy. I don't get it. Either way, so it says, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. It says Netflix is tests cracking down on password sharing. This new feature could signal the start of a piracy crackdown by the streamer that's historically looked the other way on password sharing. So that's another thing too. Netflix has just been letting us run amok with this password sharing. As long as somebody was fronting the bill, Netflix was just letting us, hey man, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Netflix, here you go. I got Netflix, here you go. Oh, you want to watch something? Yeah, you can get my Netflix account, my password. They were just letting us do this. And now people are mad. How you gonna be mad at Netflix? Netflix been letting you steal their goods for the longest, and now y'all mad about that shit? That's crazy, man. But it says Netflix is testing a new feature that could signal the start of an effort to crack down on password sharing. Spotted by GammaWire, some viewers attempting to use somebody else's account are now being stopped by a screen that says, if you don't live with the owner of this account, you need your own account to keep watching. Netflix is basically saying, hey, if you don't own this shit, you need to back the fuck out. You need to kick rocks, cuz. Get out of here. You don't stay. This ain't yours. Netflix confirmed that a new feature, which is getting a limited rollout at this time. This test is designed to help ensure that people using the Netflix accounts are authorized to do so. A Netflix spokesperson said, in order to continue watching, the viewer is given, hold on, what's going on? Okay, in order to keep watching, the viewer is given the option of either verifying their identity with a texted or email code to the account's owner, or option to verify later, which gives the viewer an unspecified additional amount of time to continue watching and later confirm they are a valid account user. So basically, it's like a what it is, two-way authentication. I think that's what it is. So basically, you log in, and if you're, because how I'm looking at it is the only way they'll know is due to some kind of geofencing. That's what I'm looking at it like. So if the regular user's IP account is in this city or in this area, and somebody in a whole different state, whole nother city logs in, this software that Netflix uses will be able to determine that you're not the original IP address holder, right? You don't live there. And then they will put up another wall that says you have to verify. So it's a two-step authentication. Where am I at? A source familiar with the test said that the extent of the rollout varies from country to country, but noted that one reason for the feature is a desire to help protect subscribers from security concerns that can arise from unauthorized use on their account. So they're not even saying they're doing it to counteract piracy. They're saying, well, I guess that is counteracting piracy, but they're doing it to try to say, hey, we're doing this to keep you guys, your account secure, right? They're not saying, oh, we're doing this so you ain't spreading your password around. It's to keep your account secure, which is the best way to roll it out. Because now it's looked at as they're just doing this two-step authentication. And the crazy thing is most websites do that already or have that option. Most apps already have that option for that two-step verification. You know what I'm saying? Where you log in and then they send you a password either to your phone or they email you. So Netflix is kind of, I don't know if they necessarily behind the curve or if they just didn't care. And now they're looking at it because the streaming wars is on. That's another thing. The streaming wars is on. This is World War III right now, going on in cyberspace with these streams, right? So Netflix is looking like, how can I got to keep bringing money in. How can I keep bringing money in? Oh, I know what to do. Everybody who was used to sharing their account, you can't share that account no more. We're going to crack down on that. So those other people, if you want to watch Netflix, you got to subscribe, homeboy. You got to get with the business, homegirl. You got to sign up. Fork over them ducats. I need to get paid for you to watch my my Netflix originals. Right? You want to watch Lock and Key? You got to pay me to watch that, man. You're not finna be getting this for free no more. So it says this move potentially represents the beginning of a strategy shift by Netflix, which has historically not attempted to police password sharing. Password sharing is something you have to learn to live with, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings declared in 2016, because there's so much legitimate password sharing. Like you sharing with your spouse, your kids, so there's no bright line. And we're doing fine as is. Now, this was in 2016, he said that. It's 2021 right now. Like I said, the war is on. The streaming war is on and cracking, cuz. And he like, nah, that was 2016. It's a different story now, man. I got to compete with Disney. I got to compete with HBO Max. I got to compete with Amazon. I got to compete with Paramount. I got to compete with Hulu. I got to compete with Peacock. It's too many of these streamers, you know what I'm saying? It's all these streamers out here now, man. That Netflix, who is been seen as being the top dog, no longer the top dog. Disney killing. HBO Max, they pushing heavy, right? So it says describing the organization as an anti-piracy spinoff. Hold on, where am I at? Oh, but THR senior editor Eric Gardner predicted in 2019 that piracy crackdowns could be the next front in the streaming wars. I told you, after the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment announced a working group to reduce unauthorized access to content. Describing the organization as an anti-piracy spinoff of the MPAA, Gardner noted the economics of streaming nearly demanded. Platforms are spending billions of dollars annually on both original content and rights to old shows. To become profitable, media companies will need to grow paid subscribers rapidly. AT&T boldly predicted 50 million subs for HBO Max by 2024. As part of that push, it may prove irresistible to target the more than one-fifth of the young adults who, according to Reuters' IPSO poll, says that they borrow passwords from people who do not live with them. So that's telling you right there that to the youth who they're targeting, they're not even subscribing. What is it, 1/5? Where is it at? Yeah, more than 1/5 of the YA population shares their password. 1/5. Also, speaking of HBO Max, the Warner Media streaming service will likewise previously suggested it would not limit password sharing in the near term. The service currently sets a limit of 5 profiles per account, but it's unclear if users are cut off if they exceed that number. I don't think we're going to get punitive environment lawsuits being filed against folks, Warner Media CEO says, but I do believe the technology is starting to get better to start paying attention to extensive abuse. When we see 14 locations logged into HBO on a Sunday night with 16 different streams going, we are aware of those things. As growth taps out, I think the industry will come up with a method, and that's a bit more rigorous. So yeah, basically, be on the lookout. If you got 100 of your homeboys rocking with your Netflix account, rocking with your Disney Plus account, HBO Max, trust and believe they're going to start cracking down on that. Trust and believe you probably will not be able to be doing that sooner or later, because the war is on. They got to make the most money that they can. They got to get the most subscribers that they can. And you are impeding on that business practice if you're out here sharing your password. Now, from what I understand, you can share it with those who live with you, your significant other, children, stuff like that, probably even your parents. But like the guy from HBO said, when we see more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and y'all, it's everybody's logged in on that one Sunday and it's 16 different programs rocking. Nah, they ain't rocking with that. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all agree with this Netflix password sharing crackdown? Are you against it? Are you pro? Let me know, man. Let me know. So we just gonna move on to the next. Right on to the next. What we got? What we got? Oh, that ain't what I wanted. Right on to the next. Here we go. All right. So I don't know how many of y'all are in tune with anything that DC is doing, if you even care about DC, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't even really care about DC. Some people just marvel to the core, right? Marvel all day rocking with Marvel. See something, my bad. What if I pull this off? What's good? I don't even want that on. Okay. But some people marvel to the core. How do y'all feel about DC? Y'all rock with DC like that? Well, Batgirl film, a Batgirl film, is still in development. I like Batgirl. I think Batgirl is a dope character. So it'd be nice to see her either on the big screen or as a TV show or series or something like that. I think she deserves her own series. The one that we got, I think it was Batman and Robin back in the day with Alicia Silverstone. I don't know if y'all remember that. That was kind of crazy. But I think the Bat family has a lot going for it, and it can be its own entity on its own. You know what I'm saying? It's so many characters. They got a huge rogues gallery. And if HBO Max, Warner Brothers, or whatever wanted to do something with these characters, they could, that could definitely operate outside of the DCEU, so to speak. Um, because Batman and that Bat family kind of works the same way that X-Men and Wolverine works. Like, yeah, they're in the Marvel world, and yeah, they do interact with the other heroes and stuff. But if you just did a strictly X-Men book, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that with Batman and the Bat family. So I see this working, man. It says, and this is coming from CBR.com. It says DC's Batgirl film is still in development. AT&T presentation indicates. So during the AT&T's Analyst and Investor Day 2021 presentation, it was suggested that the Warner Brothers and DC Films' long gestating Batgirl film is still in development. While the subject of DC properties was being discussed, a graphic appeared on screen showing numerous logos for various DC movies, shows, and video games. Among them was a logo for Batgirl, which seems to imply the project is still in the works. Now, that just because that logo was shown doesn't mean that it's going to be a movie. It could be a television show. It could fall in line with what they got going on with the Titans right now. Or it could end up on like a CW show. I hope not. Even though that Superman and Lois is pretty dope, but I think Batman is not puffy in the shiny suit era. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman is gutter. Batman is dark. Uh that's one of the reasons why I really don't like Batwoman the show, because I don't know. It just don't see it doesn't have that Batman feel to it. But anyway, Batgirl was announced in March 2017, at which time it said that Josh Whedon would write, direct, and produce the film, taking inspiration from the New 52 incarnation of Barbara Gordon. Well, we know that ain't happening with what old Josh had going on. You know what I'm saying? We know, no, we knew that ain't happening. There was little movement on the project in the months that followed, but in February 2018, it was announced that Whedon had departed, and the following April, Christina Hodson was tapped to pen the script. Since then, Hodson has written Birds of Prey and The Flash for Warner Brothers and DC, while the status of the Batgirl has remained up in the air. Next up for DC is Zack Snyder Justice League, what comes out this Thursday, which is March 18th. So she wrote Birds of Prey, very divisive movie. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm kind of down the middle. It was some things that they did good, and it was some things that they did totally bad, right? Uh Cassandra Cain was one of them. Like, you got Cassie Kane, and you got and the way that y'all just did that character bad. I really enjoy Harley Quinn in that. Montoya was dope. Like, they got a lot of things right. The story was just wrong, I guess. So for Hodson to pin, maybe she learned. Maybe she learned from writing Birds of Prey that that's not the way to do it. Maybe it's a different way, because Batgirl, like, even though Harley Quinn was kind of hardcore, it was too whimsical to me. It was too comical. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know it's a Harley Quinn movie, but I think we needed, what can I say? Needed the tone needed to be a little bit more serious. If she can take all the good that she did with Harley Quinn and give it a good tone with Batgirl, I think we have a hit on our hands. I think we have a hit on our hands. The thing DC needs to do is, with whatever their DC film division is or whatever, they need somebody to head it up correctly. They need that guy or that woman to be that overall producer who knows and lives and breathes and understands comics and DC. That's what they need. I would say that Jim Lee is that guy, but Jim Lee is not that guy. He's just an artist. They need somebody who's good with, you know what I'm saying, with who knows how to produce a film, but also is a nerd, a comic book nerd. If they can get that popping, I don't see nothing wrong with Batgirl. So y'all let me know, man. Y'all ready to see a Batgirl film? Let me know. Let me know. On to the next, my guys. On to the next. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, sticking with Batgirl or sticking with DC and Batman, we have the Batman has finished filming, has wrapped up its filming. And this was a movie that I didn't ask for necessarily, but they giving it to us anyway. Um, Let me just share this. Let me just read it straight off the top, the way we do. Um, Come on. There we go. Share this, read it straight off the top. Make it a little bigger for y'all. Yep. Zoe Kravitz marks the end of filming for the Batman. She says that's a wrap. The Batman is one step closer to hitting the big screen. Zoe Kravitz, who stars as Selena Kyle, Batman, Catwoman, in the upcoming movie, marked the end of the filming on her Instagram story Saturday. The actress, who is 32, reposted a picture from the director Matt Reeves that showed the film's clapperboard with the hashtag last day. That's a wrap for the Bat. Kravitz wrote alongside her repost. The film is a new take on the Cape Crusader with Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman. In the character's early years as a detective and vigilante, Colin Farrell, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, Andy Serkis, and John Turturro star as well. Here's a picture of what she reposted. That's the clapperboard. Couple of stuff in there. That's what is that? Just for you. I don't know. Couple of things in there, man. But that's the clapperboard for the Batman. Like I said, I didn't necessarily ask for the Batman movie because I'm a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, and I would like to see that story continue. But I saw the initial trailer for this, and I did get a little excited. Um, I think it can be good. I'm like I said, I don't want no project to fail. If it's good, it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So it says, though it was initially intended for October 1, 2021 release, Warner Brothers Studio pushed back the expected release date to March 4, 2022. Throughout the filming process, the Batman had halt production twice, once in March because of COVID, and again in September when Pattinson tested positive for COVID. Filming resumed later that month in the UK with Reeves at the helm. It's about early days of him being Batman, and he's very far from being perfect, Reeves said of his retelling during the DC Comics Fandom event in September. Uh, so this is the initial picture that Matt Reeves posted. Shout out to Matt Reeves, man. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, with everything that's going on over there at WB, man. Shout out to him for trying, you know what I'm saying, working through COVID. Shout out to Robert Pattinson. Uh, you know what I'm saying, trying to get these things done. I know it's a hassle. You got everybody screaming for the Snyder cut, which we'll be talking about coming up. It's got to be a hassle trying to, you know what I'm saying, working back there at Warner Brothers and doing something for the DC. Now they say this is kind of a standalone film. I guess it won't have any connection to anything that's going on right now. And from what I understand, they're waiting to even make any kind of decisions on how they're going to be rolling out future DC projects due to them trying to see what's going on with the Snyder cut, right? With Zack Snyder's Justice League that comes out Thursday. But y'all let me know about Batman. How do y'all feel about it? Y'all do y'all want to see a new Batman? Like I said, I didn't ask for it, but I'm here for it. Let's get it. Let's get it. But speaking of good old Snyder and the Snyder writers, that's what I like to call them. The Snyder writers. Zack Snyder Justice League. The reviews and the reactions are in from the critics and the pundits, those who had early access to see said film. Good old Justice League, the retelling. That's what I'm gonna call it. The retelling. Should we call it that? Is it the retelling? Because it's not the original. It's the retelling. The retelling of Justice League. Let me pull it up. Boom. This is coming from the Wrap. It says Zack Snyder's Justice League initial reactions, a miracle of a movie. Is this the movie DC fans have been waiting for? Uh, and before I get into this, it seems like everything that I've been seeing online has been pretty positive. I went to Rotten Tomatoes. I'm really not a fan of Rotten Tomatoes, but I went there anyway. And I think it was sitting at a score of around 75, uh, which would deem it to be certified fresh once I'm saying, everything comes out. I haven't checked it since then, but that would make it a fresh movie if I remember correctly. I think that's what makes it fresh. I can't remember. I have to go and check. But anyway, even on there, the reactions and are real positive. So it says the first impressions of Zack Snyder's Justice League dropped on Sunday, and if there are any indication, the Snyder Cut will be exactly what hardcore DC fans have been waiting for. More than 3 years after Joss Whedon's version of the DC crossover film failed to join the Avengers film in the 1 billion plus box office club and earned limp reviews from both critics and audiences, Snyder is about to release the version that he originally envisioned before personal tragedy forced him to leave the project. A 4-hour behemoth of expanded storylines, new fight scenes, redesigned villains, and a greater focus on Cyborg, played by Ray Fisher. So, what are some of the people who have seen the films early saying? Matt Nagelia, owner of Oscar race website Next Best Picture, called the new Justice League a miracle of a movie. A 4-hour epic with dazzling visuals, a grand score, more consistent character development, and tone. Justice has been done, and Zack Snyder can be proud, Nagelia declared. IO9's German Louisier wasn't quite as offensive, calling the film bloated, but nonetheless saying he enjoyed it and praised it as an improvement over Whedon's version. It's both very different and eerily similar to the original film, with almost all the changes and additions improving the characters and story. Better motivations, bigger stakes, he said. Screen Rant editor Andrew Dice agreed, calling the film beautiful, bold, patient, and so determined to give dignity to every bit of its story and characters. He also singled out Snyder's changes to one of the Justice League foes, Steppenwolf, calling it a big leap from the laughable, thin, weird villain of the 2017 version. Full reviews of Zack Snyder's Justice League will be published on Monday, which is today, and the film will be released on HBO Max this Thursday. Check out more remarks in the tweets below. All right, so some of the tweets we read, Andrew Dice. Chill out. Come on, y'all chill. We read Andrew Dice. Matter of fact, I'm going to just share this so we can go through these tweets. The tweets. Let's go through the tweets. See what's cracking with these tweets, man. The twiggity tweets. All right. It says, I saw Zack Snyder Justice League. It's long, but also far better than the original. Fans and those clamoring for the Snyder Cut are going to love it. Also, happy for Zack Snyder. You can tell he got to make exactly what he wanted. I'll say it one more time. So, like, that's what's dope, man. I think a lot of people don't understand what really this means for anybody who's in any kind of a fandom. Um, this was a movie that was pushed by the fans. I don't know why a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, why a lot of people want to push back on this. This is exactly what you should get from a studio. When a studio comes in and they want to make movies and they get a creative to get up there, and then they strip that creative of his creative juices, because the creative is making this movie because he's a fan, right? Most directors, writers, and everybody, they take on these tasks of doing these movies because not just to do it, but most of them are fans of these movies. So they try to give you what they want the fans, you know what I'm saying? What they try to give the fans what they want to the most part. But then the studio comes, cuts and strips and takes, and oh, we got to do it this way. This is how we make a bill. You know what I'm saying? Money becomes the motive. Money becomes the motivator instead of just telling a dope ass. Because if the story is dope and the fans like it, you will make $1 billion. If it's a good movie and it's what the fans want, the $1 billion is gonna come. So when the studio gets up there, and I think this is what Warner Brothers did when it came to Man of Steel, when it came to BVS, they was looking at Marvel pumping out these movies. Damn, there go $1 billion movie. Damn, there go $1 billion movie. Shit, we got Superman, we got Batman, and we got Wonder Woman. We should be able to make $1 billion movie. Well, since you didn't let Zack build up his story the right way, you're not going to get $1 billion movie, because you're putting out a hack job of movies trying to push it out so fast. Nah, man. The thing Marvel had going for them is they built their universe up. They built their universe up, and everything that they did was not a success. Everything was not $1 billion movie. Ant-Man was not $1 billion movie. Thor 1 and 2, Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2, You see what I'm saying? The first Captain America, dope ass story, but They took their lumps, man. With every movie they wanted to improve on. The crazy thing too about MCU is every movie can stand alone. Every movie can stand alone. Everyone. Everyone. You don't need to know what happened before. You don't need to know what happened after. Let's continue reading some of these tweets, man, because I'm rambling. Humberto Gonzalez says Zack Snyder Justice League does indeed exist. I've seen it 3 times now, and it's freaking awesome. I had an absolute blast watching each time and shocked at just how good it actually is and how well it plays. Action packed, and it hits all the beats, and that Junkie XL score is straight fire. Yeah, man. Ashley Manziel says the Snyder Cut is phenomenal, beautiful in its dark and cinematic glory, everything I hoped it to be and more. This is the only Justice League we need. It surpasses the Whedon version in every way possible. Snyder grabs us by the collar and pulls us into an incredible world. Stunning. Josh Wilding, he tweets, so I guess I'm allowed to share my reaction to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Folks, this is the superhero movie event of the decade. It's a completely different beast, absolutely epic on every level. Ray Fisher steals the show as Cyborg. So good. Justice League. Hashtag Justice League. Hashtag Snyder Cut. Eric Goldman. I mean, look, this is, you see this? These is tweets, man. They here. They are here. Where am I? Eric Goldman. Zack Snyder's Justice League is better than the theatrical cut. I always keep saying that. To be sure, and it has some visually cool moments and impressively grand beats. It's also continuing to take on these characters that I just feel very little connection to, and I very, very much felt those 4 hours. Oh, okay. I get what he's saying. Mike Ryan says Zack Snyder's Justice League is vastly superior to the mess that came out in 2017. It's now a coherent movie, but it's still a 4-hour movie about finding magical boxes. It's not for me, but I suspect Snyder fans will be happy. So there you go. That's one person who's saying it ain't even for them. But he said it's better than previously, right? The Snyder cut is loaded with scenes people haven't seen and are going to love, and it's such a better movie than the theatrical cut of Justice League. Night and day difference. Saying that, I have no idea how this version could have even been released in theaters. Perfect for HBO Max. So basically, that 4 hours, perfect for HBO Max. Perfect. And that's one of the reasons why I think they wanted to come out with. Think about it if it was a series, man. And I get the contractual business, uh, you know what I'm saying, linguistics and all. I get that. But this event, if it was a series, 4 hours, right? This would last a month. And I think they didn't want this to last a month. Think about if HBO Max gave us this Thursday. Next Thursday, we talking about the other part. The third Thursday, and then the fourth Thursday. That's a month long of Zack Snyder's Justice League. They didn't want that, man. They did not want that. They didn't want that smoke because I don't think WB even wanted this to see the light of day. WB didn't even want them to see the light of day with this movie. They was leaking it, talking bad about it. How you giving negative press to your own product? You tell me how that makes sense. I thought we was in the business to make money, man. I thought we was in the business to make money, man. And you giving bad press to your own product? What kind of sense that made? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. But that's what they was doing. That's the foolishness that they was doing. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But yeah, man, it's the Snyder cut. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all ready for that Snyder cut? Will y'all be watching it in one setting? The full 4 hours? Y'all gonna watch it in one setting? No? Yeah? I don't know. I know I'm gonna put it up on my TV because I was thinking about watching it on my phone, but I'm like, nah. I gotta watch this on you know what I'm saying? Can't take it to the movie, so I at least gotta watch it on my big screen, right? So I'm gonna watch it on my big screen, sound, get my food ready, see how long I can sit through it before taking a break. But I'm gonna watch that full joint, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell y'all my review of it. Let y'all know how I feel about it. Zack Snyder, man. Salute to Zack, man. Salute to Zack Snyder. All the BS that he had to go through just to see this movie come to fruition. Happy for this guy, man. I'm happy for the fans who wanted this. I wish I had fans like that. And I don't think y'all understand. You know, I know a lot of people talk about toxic fans. Star Wars fans is toxic. Now they saying these Snyder fans is toxic. But I think it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a small amount that's toxic. I think everybody else, they just want to see something good come from this, man. They just want to see something good. So, you know, uh, like I said, let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all ready for that good old Snyder cut to come out this Thursday? Y'all plan on watching it? Y'all let me know what y'all think. On to the next. What we got next? What we got next? You know, a lot of people was waiting. A lot of these Marvel fans ready to go. JD, what you talking about, bro? Tasha Cole. What you talking about, man? Oh, you tagging people. Oh, I appreciate that, cuz. Tag him, tag him, tag him. I'm on my last subject. Tag him, tag him, tag him. But here we go. So next up we have, what do we got? Where we at? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man. The early reactions. So some people got to see the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier already. I myself was not one of those. You know what I'm saying? Not one of those. I wish I was. Didn't get the early access, but it don't matter. It don't matter because I'm still gonna sit down and watch it when it come out on this Friday. I'm still gonna, you know what I'm saying, get my Marvel on. I'm still waiting on this Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Big fan. You know what I'm saying? See what old Sam and what old Bucky is up to, because I think it's gonna be real dope. But let's hop into the early reactions. Let's see what they talking about, man. See what the critics and those who've already seen it. Let's see what they talking about. I ain't seen it yet. I ain't seen it. But we're gonna see what they talk about. So this is coming from Sci-Fi Wire. Says the first reaction says fans will be blown away by action, buddy comedy, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that right there is letting you know that this is gonna be, it's gonna be different than what WandaVision gave us, right? They say WandaVision is over, but it's a new era of Marvel-based television. Disney Plus takes off for the clouds this Friday with the season premiere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which reunites Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes, Anthony Mackie, and Sebastian Stan following the events of Avengers Endgame. So if y'all know about the Endgame, y'all know that they won, but the world was changed by then, right? So yeah, they beat Thanos, but the world was changed. Ain't no Captain America no more. He dipped off, did his thing. Hulk got the fucked up arm and shit. You know what I'm saying? Tony died. No more Iron Man. So the Avengers is basically no more. And those who are left, they either probably retired some kind of way or operating under the table because of the Sokovia Accords, right? We know that the government and the world powers are looking at what's going on in the world with these superpowered beings, and they got the Sokovia Accords going on. So I think that's going to play a big role in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It says, while the rest of us poor smos have to wait another week to check out the sophomore TV series, certain members of the press are sharing their early reactions. So let's see what they saying. So the folks are saying, I watched the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's solid. Definitely more somber and dramatic at the start than I was expecting, which is a good thing, but also features the best Falcon action we've seen yet. Good mix of fights and stories. I'm sold and hungry for more. So that right there is going to let you know that, unlike with WandaVision, this is back to the good old Marvel that we know of. We back to the MCU. You know what I'm saying? We back to that good old solid beat them up. You know how we do. Beat them up like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We back to that. What I love most about this series and WandaVision 2 is that you just get to know these characters on a level that instantly brings you closer to them than you've ever seen before. Both Falcon and Bucky are going through some heavy stuff in this one, and that's for sure. One last thing I mentioned, I really loved about these Marvel shows so far is that little details not always explored in the film, like chaos in the hospital as people come back from the blip. Also, tiny things like how do superheroes get paid? These kind of details I adore. So that's crazy because I know we've asked that question before on this channel, like how do superheroes get paid? Now, what you got to understand is that the Avengers was basically, they were a government entity, and that's why the Sokovia Accords fell on them. But also, they had a benefactor of Tony Stark. But Tony Stark ain't there no more. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna see Bucky and Falcon, because Falcon is totally against signing Sokovia Accords. Bucky might be like, "Hey man, I gotta make some money." I think that dynamic is probably going to be played out here because how else are they making money? Tony's gone. And you can't operate as a superhero without breaking the law unless you sign the Sokovia Accords, right? I think you're going to see that dynamic play between those two. And Sam might even end up signing it reluctantly, though. But I think with having no Captain America and the government trying to find a new Captain America and the U.S. agent, that's going to play a major role too, because I think that's what's going to stop, or that might even drive a wedge between Sam and Bucky, or vice versa. Who knows? Who knows? Um, Here's another one from the Raps, Humberto Gonzalez. It says, I saw the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and dug it. The opening action sequence is very cool, has a surprise appearance, and I like where the story is going, and we get deeper into Sam and Bucky's backstory. So it's saying it's going to be a surprise appearance. Mephisto? Is it going to be Mephisto this time? Is he coming? Or is it going to be the real Quicksilver? Who's going to be the special appearance, man? I'm just playing. But, I mean, rumor has it, and I hate to even go into these rumors, man, but rumor has it that they are gonna be in Madripoor. And if y'all don't know what Madripoor is, that's a hunt that Wolverine, you know what I'm saying, he's into it a lot, and that Omega Red shows up. Now, I'm not holding too much on that. I don't know if they're gonna introduce mutants any kind of way in this. But this came out a while back. This rumor came out a while back saying that Omega Red will be shown in this series. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Geeks of Color says the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is another big step forward for the MCU. The action is very impressive and loses nothing in its transition to TV. The series tone carries over from Captain America: The Winter Soldier and leaves you wanting more. So what's dope, what Disney has going on, and I don't know if any of y'all out there watch The Mandalorian, but they have I think it's called Stagecraft. Stagecraft is where they shoot a lot of these scenes at, and that technology makes it look like this grand scale, man. Y'all should see it. And that way, what the budget would be way up here, but now it's, you know what I'm saying, I could bring the budget down and do a lot of these special effects shots on Stagecraft, which is dope. So that's probably what's going on with these shows. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Mandalorian, I know used Stagecraft. I'm pretty sure WandaVision used it. So when you got your own studio and it's not just using green screen, but you get, like I said, Stagecraft is it's like a massive set. It's a screen, but it looks real. It looks just real, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get the opportunity to look up Stagecraft, I think it's done by Industrial Light and Magic. Look it up, man. They got it going on, man. That's dope. Cosmic Wonder says you will be blown away by the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So many scenes are satisfying on many different levels. A lot of callbacks, a lot of respect, and a lot of emotion in just the first episode. It's perhaps one of the most Marvel-filling projects there is. So this is saying, basically, like I said, it's a callback to the traditional MCU that we're getting. Traditional MCU. Winter Soldier, probably one of the best MCU films, and we're getting that. So if y'all like that, Bucky Barnes, Black Panther, Captain America, fight scene. Oh, and the Falcon was involved in that too. If y'all enjoyed that, this is probably what you're going to get. I think it's 6 episodes. You probably get 6 episodes of high octane, but a good storyline, fleshing out characters. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. Dude. Brandon Davis, he said, I watched the episode 1. It has some dope action sequences with Captain America, the Winter Soldier vibes. Not the pace I expected, but spending time with Sam's family and Bucky's mental state is great development. Mackie and Stan are really good in different ways. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier has some really touching ties to the MCU, and those are some of my favorite parts of episode 1. References to other characters, questions about the Avengers, and world's view of Endgame storylines, some small-scale fun MCU world building. And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, world building. Because these TV series are just throwing, you know what I'm saying, setting more foundation for phase 4. That's all this is. Brick and mortar for phase 4. brick and mortar for phase 4, and then we start building the walls up, throw the roof on top, and boom, we got a masterpiece at the end, man. Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. People over there, MCU, they know what they're doing. Disney, they know what they're doing. They giving, you know what I'm saying? They even give the fans what they want for the most part. I know they kind of faked us out with that Evan Peters Quicksilver joint. They didn't give us mutants in WandaVision. A lot of people was left confused with WandaVision. I get it, but at the end of the day, it still was a dope ass story. At the end of the day, it still was a dope ass series. So let them rock, let them cook, let them cook. So just looking at all these, man, it seems like Falcon. I'm gonna read one more. Let me read one more. First episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is intense. Kicks off with lightning speed, high altitude, 10-minute action scene that is pure adrenaline. Story gets real. Mackie commands and stand scenes run deep. Surprise he will break your heart, and it's for all wounded and lonely. Captain America's key, and yeah, get ready for cliffhangers. And oh yeah, if you ask me to compare to WandaVision, it's yin and yang. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Basically, they keep talking about Captain America is key. I wonder if I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet. I wonder if the surprise appearance is Chris Evans, Captain America. That's my. I'm gonna make that call right now because I'm seeing too many people keep saying Captain America. I think Captain America makes appearance. First episode. Chris Evans. I think he makes that appearance. I'm just that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna put out. One more. Got a chance to catch the first episode, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And oh my, am I ready? Am I already in love with this series? Fast paced and explosive without sacrificing any meaningful character moments or development. Exploring timely themes. That's from Coming Soon's Grant Hermans. I mean, it's crazy, man. It says Disney Plus was also kind enough to release a whole bunch of new footage, including a featurette that highlights the main character's rocky development. Rocky dynamic. It's an example of opposites attract, Mackie says. We couldn't be more different. There are definitely days where I feel like he's going to kill me, Stan adds with a laugh. So they're already giving you behind the scenes featurettes. They're coming out swinging with this. All stops are off. But and if you remember correctly, this was supposed to come before WandaVision. I don't know if y'all remember. COVID kind of threw the scheduling of everything off. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to come out first. I can't remember what WandaVision fell on the scale, but I think it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then WandaVision. But things got switched due to COVID, so I can't remember exactly where WandaVision fell in line, but I do know for a fact that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to kick off Phase 4 of the MCU on Disney Plus, but it didn't happen as such. But either way, we got some good content coming, people. Great content coming. Matter of fact, this should be called like Nerd Week or something like that. I mean, because we getting Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we getting Zack Snyder, Justice League. It's if you're a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of comic entertainment, all that stuff like that, man, it's the world is on fire right now. For right, I know a lot of people can't wait. A lot of people can't wait, man. I watched some of these YouTubers, man, and they getting real crazy over some of this stuff, man. But what do y'all think, man? Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? It's one thing. I don't know if y'all watched it on the trailer. He said the big three: androids, aliens, and wizards, aka the big three. I think that's foreshadowing a lot. The big three: androids, aliens, wizards. as much as I want them to introduce mutants, that's letting me know that they not coming no time soon. That's letting me know they're not coming anytime soon, man. Think about it. Why would he say that that's the big three? I get it. That's all who they fought. Androids, aliens, and wizards. But that's letting me know, man. Or I could be totally wrong. That could be foreshadowing that it's not a big three. It's gonna be a big four or a big five, man. I don't know. I don't know. But to me, that's letting me know when he says the big three: androids, aliens, and wizards. That just let me know, man. At least that's how I feel. I feel like they not gonna give us. They gonna ring this mutant thing, or they just gonna milk it all the until we just be like, you know what, fuck it. Who cares about mutants? That's what I think gonna happen. We gonna be like, man, fuck it. They ain't gave us mutants yet. Oh well, whatever. And as soon as we look down to look back up, they slapping us in the face with an X-Men movie. Or they throwing mutants into some movie somewhere. That's what I feel. I think Kevin Feige does shit like that, right? I guarantee he's like the biggest troll. He probably online right now, searching Twitter, Reddit, Discord, Instagram, looking at everybody make these posts. Facebook. Oh, they want mutants. They want mutants. Nope. No mutants. Nope. Big blockbuster movie. Nope. No mutants. Nope. No mutants. Until we just get tired of seeing no mutants. Hell, he the motherfucking Scarlet Witch. He M Day right now. He out here saying, nah, no more mutants. No mutants. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's his thing. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Kevin Feige, man. But oh shit. Black Widow. That's another thing too. I wonder how, because I know Black Widow was supposed to come out last year, and it was supposed to, I don't know if it kicked off phase 4 or if it really ended phase 3. But I particularly don't think that, I know it's a movie about, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of dated, and the time frame in that movie is supposed to be before anything that happened in Avengers Endgame and Infinity War and stuff like that. But I think it has implications on future MCU projects. I don't think that it's just a one and done. I think it has big implications on future MCU projects. That's what I believe. I don't know. This isn't a rumor. This is just something I believe. Haven't talked to anybody, but it's just something I believe. I believe because it's got to, or either, why make a movie based in the past for Black Widow? We know she's dead. We know she ain't got nothing going on in the future because she, you know what I'm saying, she took that big leap of faith or whatever. So why even do a film on that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody necessarily asked. We asked for a Black Widow film, but not for it to be in the past, right? So I think and for them to keep pushing to put it in the movie theaters, it plays a big role. To me, it plays a big role. It's got to. It's got to play a big role. It makes sense somewhere, or it connects. I should say it connects somewhere. One of these dots connect back to Black Widow. One of these future MCU movies or future MCU series connects back to Black Widow. I'm putting that out on the table right now. That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't it? Why would I make this movie that has nothing? It's basically a standalone movie. And I know I said you can all the movies are standalone movies, but they not standalone movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. It makes to me it makes no sense, but I could be wrong. But anyway, are y'all excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Are y'all ready to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Disney Plus comes out this Friday, which is The 18th, am I right? No, the 19th. Comes out the 19th. Are y'all ready? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man. Who's rocking the shield? Will it be Bucky? Will it be Sam? Who's getting the Captain America shield? I mean, we all know who's getting it, man. Sam's getting it. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense for Sam to get it. But yeah, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'm about to bounce. I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to leave a tip. And if you want to be a part of this channel, ask questions and have me answer your questions live on air. Go down to the description. Go to it should be Buy Me a Coffee /Blues House. Click on that link. If you want to leave a tip, you can. I think I got it to where you don't necessarily have to leave a tip, but you can ask your question, and I will answer your questions live on air, man. So let's do that. Let's do that. Do that. Leave your questions, man. I need, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start doing like a little banner. Let y'all know that y'all can leave questions and stuff like that, man. I think people don't even know that they can do that. But either way, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me for this hour. Appreciate y'all coming to my house. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Deuces. I'm out.